Masvidal is good, man. He's smart. He sees things and he can act on things that other guys just either don't have the ability to, or they don't throw themselves in the fire correctly like he does, and then he gets out good. His defense is on point.
He's good at everything.
He stands straight up too. He's got a totally different style. Like when you see Masvidal stand, like he's hardly ever crouching.
Down, no.
Dude, he stands straight up. He's got so much confidence in his wrestling, takedown defense, and his striking, and his octagon IQ, that when he puts it all together, he's able to fight with his best stand-up stance. You know, he's fighting and he makes you aware very quickly that you're in danger with his hands. He's throwing bombs at your head.
Think about his experience, man.
Dude.
Think about the guys he's beat, and so now he's here. So, you know, when you talk to him, he's like, the belt, I get the BMF title.
Yeah.
Kobe's striking pretty damn good.
It's very technical, and the volume is incredible. Kobe probably can knock people out too, but his approach is to throw everything at like 50-60%. But he's got an amazing style. That style of wrestling and striking, and as a person who's fascinated by tactics, right?
Yep.
Like his tactics are incredible because he's got great discipline to he never bites down his mouthpiece and throws as hard as he can. Never. Everything is like a calculated, the output is all the same. It's just constant. Bang, 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 kick, bang, 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 punch, bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, he doesn't really fire power shots. Like he's like, oh no, this is a marathon.
Yeah,
like exactly. I'm gonna wear you out.
It's just it's all the same pace. He's just constantly hitting you, constantly moving forward, constant volume. But my thoughts are that right now we're experiencing Masvidal in this very strange zone where you see fighters enter into it, whether it's through this rededication or refocusing of his intent and his discipline. You know, a story how he went and did that reality show
and came back and was like,
yeah, he didn't have any food, man. He saw this South American reality show. He had to go to this village and ask for food.
He also said he got he had time to like get out from and like sit back and like think about everything going on. I was like, all right, this is what I want to do. And then came back, was like, let's do it, man. And then he became this superstar. And I just, you know, when I meet those guys, and obviously I know their story, and you get around them, I have this sense of just like, I'm so happy for them, man. The build up to Colby and Masvidal is phenomenal. Ooh, you got a story there.
You don't think that Colby's going to bring in a lot of people?
No, well, record would say he doesn't. And I love Kobe. He's a fantastic fighter. But as far as ticket sales and pay-per-views, no. Well, the problem is he talks so much, which I find hilarious. And you're tuning in to watch him lose, which is, he's doing it right. Because in all honesty, we like him because we're balls deep in UFC and MMA. But like my brother, who's not that big of a fan, is like, this is all he does? I'm like, I know. You got to understand, though, what he's doing, this guy, is amazing. And he's going to do it for 5 rounds for 25 minutes and he wears you out. To me, it's fascinating.
It is fascinating.
But it's not entertaining for a general fan, typically. He's not knocking dudes out. He's not a lot of submissions.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for the general fan, like, oh, and this guy talks all this shit, but he's doing it right because he's talking all that shit. You're like, dude, I want to see this guy get up.
They're in less denial than they would be. It's a real problem. He's a real problem because that style of talking is infuriating.
Yeah.
And you can't say a goddamn thing to him because he's in a character. Oh, yeah. So if he pisses you off, you say something back to him, why don't you go suck Trump's? He'd be like, I would. Mr. Trump's a good man. I bet it tastes like lollipop. Wasn't the best idea to do that to Masvidal, though?
What'd you say?
Talking shit to Masvidal?
But that's his game. Because you're not going to tune into just a pure wrestler.
Yeah.
Dude.
But there's some guys.
Where Masvidal's like, what?
Just some guys you do not want to make mad. That guy is so good. He's so good and he's so clever. You know, that's one of the best things to say about Masvidal. And the thing is, people don't necessarily associate him with knockout power for some reason. But yet, the guy knocked out Eve Edwards with a head kick. He knocked out Darren Till, Cowboy Cerrone. He knocked out Ben Askren and put him in another dimension with a flying knee. World record fastest knockout. I mean, it's weird that people don't associate Masvidal with a knockout artist because he doesn't necessarily have the most power, but he's so good. He's so
calculated.
Masvidal's so good, man. He's so good.
I'll tell you what's interesting. If Colby wins that fight, then you have a story. And what's funny too about Colby is, love him or hate him, is he doubles down because he got on the mic and his line about Matt Hughes.
Oh my God.
Dude, I was watching it, and where was I? I was in Nashville. I was watching in the room with Derek Post and Hassan Ahmad, my openers. And when they said that, they were aware of Matt Hughes, and they go, "That's ridiculous." I'm like, "That's fantastic." It's because it is messed up, but that's his character, man.
Right.
He's a heel, and he just doubled down so hard.
So hard.
And here's what else. So we're impressed by his tactics, right? You know what's even more impressive as a former fighter? It's stressful enough fighting another grown man in your underwear in a steel cage, especially when they're really good. It's stressful. Now imagine talking all that shit, and you got to deal with the consequences. People hate you.
Yeah.
And he's a good dude.
Yeah.
If you talk to Cam Haynes.
Colby's a different guy.
Great guy.
Yeah.
So he's a normal dude outside, but he has to deal with all that pressure and still perform, then get on the mic. I wonder if he's ever just in bed just like, God damn, dude.
Let me tell you
these
something.
death threats are getting real old.
If you can't take him out in 1, 2, or 3, and you can't maintain that pace, and if you try to take him out and you emptied your gas tank, he never empties his gas tank. And the thing is about his style, this thing that he's doing, not his style, but his promotion style with the cheap suits and the book, you think it's a joke. But then you watch his fights. If you didn't have any information about him and his character, and you just watch his fights, you'd be like, man, this guy's driven. This guy's driven. But then you add into that this character, and then everybody's pretending, that, that guy's a joke. That guy's a joke. That joke, he's running over everybody. He's a real fighter. He's absolutely one of the best welterweights in the world, and this is a very, very close fight. It's crazy talking with his $3 suit and his MAGA hat and his book.
And the strippers.
If he gets through it, right, and the strippers.
Fantastic.
Dude, have you seen his new suit? Orange one now. And he brings that Donald Trump Jr. book everywhere he goes. He's got an orange suit, just as gross as the blue one. It is goddamn hilarious. There's photos of him at the press conference with the orange suit. Bro, he is, look at that. Looks like it costs less than the blue suit. He's a genius. Listen, man, this guy, let me mark my words. When this guy is done fighting, he will be a huge pro wrestling star.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. And he might do it quick. How about that? If he wins, if that guy wins, fights Masvidal, maybe fights one more time, he goes right into pro wrestling. And he may cha-cha-ching.
But Masvidal, for the reasons why I initially thought, he just has more skills. He had more ways to win. Again, I always like the guy who's more active. Especially on betting money, I like the guy who's active, man. I like the guy who's in there doing it a lot, under the lights, competing against the best night in, night out, and really sharpen his tools. And they're just more focused. They're putting combos together a little better, a little more crisper. The reaction time's a little better.